All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Tuesday. That's right. Sorry, I had a little cloud flare problem there. I think connecting StreamYard over to YouTube. I was just chatting away here thinking I was live. And you guys were like, yeah, Kriss is there chatting away and not working. Well. Hey, we're here. How's everybody doing? Welcome on a Tuesday. Guess what? We got green. Look at that. We got green. It's a Tuesday and we have green. We were talking about this last night. It's like, is this really what we're going to do, right? Are we going to be looking at another red Tuesday? It's like, nope, it's a green day. It was a green day on a Tuesday here, and I'll take it. I'll take it. It's all right. I will take it. So Dogecoin is over 16 cents. Dogecoin is back in the red box. That's right. We're back in the red box. Pretty nice trading day today. Yesterday, here we were, right? We were down here in the 15s. We'd fallen out of the red box and we were starting to talk about what color boxes are next. And I was like, I don't want to have that discussion, right? We talked about brown. We talked about white. And I was just like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. And we got back up into the red box. Now, I know, right? I know. We got a ways to go, right? We're still here, right where we were on Friday. But we are over 16 cents. We got to get out of the red box at 17 cents. And then back up in the purple box at 18 cents. So we got some work to do. However, the market makers were taking out Doge shorts today. These are all new shorts though, right? These are all new ones from Monday. And we took a bunch of them out. We got to get back up here over 17 cents to take out some longer standing shorts, but it's a start. And we'll take that as a start. Bitcoin, of course, dropped all the way down to 89.2. 89.2, we'll talk about that in just a minute. But that was below our, sloping support line we had. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's like crypto goes up and down. Crypto goes up and down. And when crypto goes up and down, you end up with this, right? You end up with this from it's so over to we're back in an instant, right? That's the Wojaks, right? From it's so over to we're back. And I think this cycle is happening faster and faster and faster in crypto now than we used to. Because that is what's happening. So what's going on, right? Well, last night, had a nice dinner, relaxing, looking on YouTube, and Jordan Cameron posts a video. And what is Jordan Cameron talking about, right? He's talking about de-risking. He's completely flipped his entire outlook to de-risk. In other words, he was saying we were going to go up to a $10 trillion total crypto market cap. And now he's like, yeah, that's not happening. All because what? Because Bitcoin closed the week below the 50-week moving average. That's it. A line on a chart. And just because it has happened before, he says, this is it. We are below the 50-week moving average, which means bear market. And so he's completely done a 180, no more $10 trillion crypto market cap. And he says, he even admits, right? I just look at the charts. right? I don't look at the news. I don't look at anything else. I'm just looking at the charts. And you know me, right? I'm exactly the opposite. I refer to charts, but I don't do technical analysis on the charts. What do I look at? I look at the news and I look at the market makers and the leverage positions, right? Exactly, Manel. Ron from Banter, Jordan. And guess what? Ivan on Tech this morning. Yes, woke up this morning, checked in on Ivan on Tech. And what was he talking about? De-risking, selling, taking crypto off the table. And I'm just like, oh, man, you guys. You guys. If you sold, you sold. I get it, right? There was fear in the market. No doubt. There was fear in the market. So, Hulkmania, whoever the heck you are, I told you what my plan was a year ago, that I was going to be taking profits for a particular reason. It had nothing to do with the crypto market. It had to do with me reaching my own goals. And if you feel like that about me, because I met my goals and I sold crypto to meet my goals, then what the hell are you doing? Because if you're investing to meet certain goals, that's what everybody should be doing. So take that, okay? But I have been consistent with all of my analysis since then, as if I was still 100% in the market. That doesn't change. But God, if you've got that attitude, man, you're not going to win. You're not going to make it. You're really not going to make it. God. So let's begin. Look, we were in extreme fear yesterday and early this morning. We were in extreme fear, no doubt. And many of you felt it, especially Ivan, right? He was live like overnight, my time, early morning, his time. And Bitcoin was at 89K, right? I get it, right? So he overreacted and said, sell, right? Because it's bear market now. And I'm just like, really? Really, Ivan? And then you take that on top of what Jordan said, and you take that on top of what Ron said. And then somebody told me VP said that he sold everything. And I'm just like, oh, man, no. And so what does that mean? All those guys sell, and what else happens next, right? You get a whole bunch of other people selling because they follow those guys. And what did I say? I said, we need confirmation. We need confirmation. And confirmation, I said, is going to take how long? 2 weeks. I said, we need 2 weeks of confirmation. And some of you were just like, oh, that's a pussy way out, or whatever you said. And I'm just like, that's how the markets work. You don't just like markets drop and you just instant reaction sell everything. That's not the way it works. Ash Crypto was like, right though, right? Do you think 89K was the bottom? Was 89K the bottom? Were the market makers taking Bitcoin down to 89K in order to take out a bunch of long leverage trades and then push it up to take out all the shorts? Yes, obviously. That's what moves the market more tthan anything else. It's going to be the leverage traders getting liquidated, both short and long. And you guys are sick of me saying it, but what else is going to move the market right now? Because if it wasn't for them, right, everything would go to zero. And we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But Virtual Bacon's like, yeah, we've got like the Wojaks, right? When Bitcoin went from 95K to 92K, it was all doom and gloom with the Wojaks, right? But now Bitcoin has gone from 89 back up to 92, and we're all in the green and we're feeling good about ourselves, right? It's the same price, right? It's the same price. Therefore, we get it's so over to we're back to we're so back back to it's over, and then it's so over, and the cycle continues, right? The cycle just continues. We do have this, though, right? We do have this. Everybody who bought Bitcoin from the last time Bitcoin was at 89K is in a loss. So short-term holders that are whales now have a ton of unrealized losses. But they're only realized losses, actual losses, if you sell. But there are a crap ton of now big holders, including all of that Bitcoin that MicroStrategy bought over the last few months. They're down on all of that. So if you've got a lot of whales in loss, that is bearish. They're holding Bitcoin that is in the red, and that is bearish. So that is still out there. But if the price bounces and goes back up because of good news coming back in the market, those whales are going to feel better about themselves when the price goes up, and their holdings are going to be back in the green. That is why you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture, and this is just a blip. This could be just a blip in time, and eventually Bitcoin's going to be higher. Nick says, look, is $126,000 the highest Bitcoin will ever go? What do you think? Is Bitcoin going to go back up to that price sometime in the future? Yes, exactly. It will. So if you don't like the price now, just wait, right? Just wait. Just wait. Mike Alfred says, look, we've got good news coming. The Fed has restricted liquidity too long and is now significantly behind the curve. They will be directly responsible for a rapid rise in unemployment, right? We got numbers coming out. We got jobs numbers coming out. And what are they going to show? They're going to show unemployment's going up. Yep. Ultimately, a major recession if they don't do anything. So what's the Fed going to do? They're going to drop interest rates. They're going to drop interest rates. And that's just a month from now. And then what's going to happen? In January, the Fed is going to change to quantitative easing. More liquidity in the market. This is what I've been talking about with this somewhat extended cycle approach. It's not all doom and gloom. So the least skilled market participants flipped bearish at the absolute bottom again. So if you're selling, Bitcoin hits 89K and you sold, I don't know what to say. Does this mean we're not in a bear market, or are we in a bear market? I don't know. But again, I wait for confirmation. And I've got no confirmation we are in a bear market yet. Sure, the CME gap filled. Sure, Bitcoin dropped below the 50-week moving average. But you know what? Lark Davis had another chart that showed, what, a 20-month moving average, right? Or it was actually an EMA, right? And it was another support. It was yet another support. Oh, did Hulkmania do something there, Ryan? Yeah. Deserved. Thank you. So I'm not convinced we're in a bear market yet, as I've been saying. Are we in a bull market? No, we're in a crab market. I'm the other third. I'm still the other third. Is that a wimpy way out? Maybe. Maybe it's a wimpy way out, but done. That's what it is. That's what it is. This extreme fear, it'll come back up. It'll be in fear the rest of this week, and maybe next week we're back up to neutral, right? And it just goes back up. Prices will moderate. Overreaction. Too much overreaction going on But is it guaranteed prices are going to come up or prices are going to go down? No, nothing's guaranteed. We don't know what's happening tomorrow, the rest of this week, next week. ETH in the 2,900 range. I think we have to spend some more time visiting there, possibly 2,800. Not convinced about a bear market either. But the dip of ETH that ETH just had, right? What did ETH hit on the dip? 2946 on the dip. So it didn't quite make 2,800 level. That was the dip. We'll be watching ETH. But we also, with this, with Bitcoin being the one that was targeted, which I covered in my video this morning, if you saw that, because Bitcoin was in the red at the time while ETH and Doge were in the green. You know, Bitcoin dominance had just dropped, totally dropped last night, Bitcoin dominance, because the market makers were targeting Bitcoin. It was all against Bitcoin. So kind of interesting that that worked on Bitcoin dominance. There was a big drop last night. Is there a mythological crypto creature called a BULR? I don't know what that is. The market makers are probably planning what they want to do tomorrow. Sure. They're probably planning more for Thursday when the jobs numbers come out, because there will be more volatility then, and they can move the market, because that's what they're looking for. They want to move the market. Jasper, I don't blame anyone for selling if they feel they need to or because they met their goals. However, we have the third type of selling. They didn't need to. They haven't met their goals, but they're fearful. That's the third branch, right? That's the third lot of sellers, is they're just fearful. I just want to be like Kriss and buy a house all cash. It's a good goal to have. This cycle from here, maybe not. Maybe you got to round trip it again. Maybe. There's bullish and bearish scenarios. I ain't selling. I decided to increase the size of my bags. There you go, Aussie. Good morning to you. Yep. 126K Bitcoin will be the bottom one day. Everyone was brainwashed. That 50-week moving average thing was getting old. That's for sure. And I hope that it serves as a warning to people. I hope the whole market just goes flying up the rest of November and into December, just to prove all those people wrong. I think that would be hilarious. Because as I say, technical analysis doesn't mean diddly squat. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Reverse head and shoulders and cups and handles and all that stuff. If you've been listening to me for a long time, you know that stuff doesn't work. It doesn't work. Everyone out here with agoraphobia. Agoraphobia. What comes after extreme pain? Max gain, sure. Bueller. Stablecoin dominance isn't something I really care about, Sunshine. I know there are others that show stablecoin dominance. This is another thing Jordan Cameron showed, was stablecoin dominance going up. I think there are just more and more people holding stablecoins, using stablecoins, and that will just continue to go up. Doesn't mean the price of Bitcoin can't go up also. There is not an inverse relationship between stablecoin dominance and Bitcoin price. So market makers are waiting to see what GA does so they can do the opposite. GA. I don't know what you mean by GA there, Gappy. Expect a dip on Thursday? I think we're going to expect a little volatility Thursday morning when the jobs report comes out. But will it go up or down? I can't tell you. I just think there's going to be volatility. What if their goal is to not lose a certain amount? It could be, Jasper. That could be. But these guys, right, with big money involved, mass selling, that's a different narrative. They say BlackRock loaded a bunch of ETH and Bitcoin onto the exchange, possibly ready for provoking the move down, get momentum selling, and buy back in to lower their average. BlackRock only buys and sells based on the ETF holders. In other words, if the ETF holders are selling, then BlackRock needs to sell. That's how it works. BlackRock is not buying back in at a lower price on their own. They're only buying back in if the ETF buyers come back in and start rebuying IBIT back in. That's how it works. BlackRock is not indiscriminately buying and selling Bitcoin. They're following what their ETF holders are doing. If ETF holders sell, then BlackRock needs to sell. That's how it works. All right. Weekly RSIs about to flip. I sold 2 cryptos in fear. I get it. I get it. It's a very technical term, diddly squat. Exactly, Warbs. You know that. Diddly squat. Very technical. I think we still might be in an overall bull run, Armando, with this just being this 23% pullback in Bitcoin, or 24 or 25% now. Still not out of the realm of like the whole bull cycle may not be over. Could be. Big box thinks we're going to go up and then stall at 100K with everyone FOMOing in, and then we'll fall off the cliff. Possibly. But we'll be back above the 50-week moving average. If December explodes, awesome, but you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates. You think the market will cause the most pain, so if everyone sells, it will rip to the top to make those who sold be in pain. And there's a lot of shorts up there to take out. There's a lot of huge short positions to take out. The market makers know that stuff is up there. Like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you, Charles, for reminding everybody. I always get so wrapped up in what's going on, I forget. Again, please like, please subscribe. I appreciate that. Is this a green candle tease? Interesting. There's our daily. Nice green candle on the daily. Bullish engulfing from yesterday. That looks good, right? Bullish engulfing candle right there. But we've had that before, which led to a few days up and then market dump back down. So don't get too taken away by it, but it's just confirming to me that there are buyers still out there. Buyers still out there. When I hear head and shoulders, I think of dandruff. Yeah. General audience. Got it. Grow. Thank you. I'm on the curved screen. Oh, Warbs. That's awesome. When Kriss is on the curved screen, that means he's worthy, right? I'm worthy. I'm worthy of the curved screen. Oh. The release of the Epstein files will do nothing for the market. Trump is like, yeah, Senate passes it, bring it to me, I'll sign it. I don't care. Democrats are going to look bad just making all this shit up that's not true again. Not to get so political, but no, Epstein files are not going to do anything for the market. Carlos, you want to put the crazy roller coaster market aside for a second and take the opportunity to thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for being here, Carlos. Appreciate it. I get to expand the thoughts here on the live stream, right? Very targeted during those videos, but thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. Hey, Shiva, there are two analysts I consider very talented, smart, reliable because I made money following them because they are correct more than not. But even they were unable to foresee this so far. This is different. This cycle is different, no doubt. No doubt. GameStop has a new promotion. You can bring anything to trade, right? There's a list of exclusions, I recall someone talking about. It'll be interesting to see what people bring in. Somebody's going to be filming stuff. That's going to be funny to see. Khan was buying yesterday. Yes, you were. I remember you were bullish yesterday. You were buying. Continuation to the upside. Yes. Doge ETF. It's looking like Monday is going to be grayscale. I'm waiting for confirmation. Again, waiting for confirmation. But it's looking like Monday, November 24th, is going to be grayscale. I don't have an update on Bitwise and 21 shares yet, but I will be following the news next Monday. Grayscale ETF for Dogecoin. That's what it's looking like. Somebody from Pakistan thinks that Dogecoin is dead and I should stop making videos. No. Not going to happen. We are totally going up, Goose says. You've got limit orders to buy it lower and they're not going to hit. Thank you, Goose. I appreciate your contribution. If we get up over 20 cents, Christian, there's no more boxes. It's just up from there. The boxes are only for sideways movement. Alt seasons must come like previous cycles. No, they don't. Blame Kriss. Exactly, Nate. It's all my fault. All my fault. You're always worthy. I have much work. Got it. Dr. Doge in the house. Hello. Yep. Democrats getting exposed all kinds of ways. And they keep digging their holes deeper and deeper. And I'm not saying that just political, but it's just what's happening. Going up would be gnarly. Oh, gnarly. That's a good, like, 1970s California word. Gnarly. Everything was gnarly. I remember as a kid back then. Gnarly. So good. Oh, they went back and forth on the Epstein files. Whatever. I sold my bag from 15.7, so yes, I agree. It's only up from here. You're welcome. Sorry, Fat. CME gap fill. Now we can wick up. Yeah. I'm looking for 21.5 on Dogecoin. I like it. I'll take it. I will take it. Had the big waves, dude. Gnarly. That's right. You're in California, Nick. That's right. Gnarly. Gnarly waves. Well, besides this, I also posted this morning, if you follow me, this was my post. Bear market, de-risk, sell. Even some of what I thought were seasoned crypto investors are yet again going to get it wrong. This time the other way, because 4 years ago they were convinced that Bitcoin was going to 100K. That was the whole thing in 2021, Bitcoin to 100K. And they blame Elon Musk in May 2021 of stopping Bitcoin payments for Tesla cars as the sole culprit of why Bitcoin did not go to 2021. They blame Elon. Oh, the big hate towards Elon of the Bitcoin maxis was incredible back then. However, now negative sentiment leads the market makers to take out more long leverage trades, another $1 billion in the past 24 hours. So they dropped the price, got down to 89.4, whatever the number was. But listen to this. Instead of looking at Binance, Hyperliquid, Bybit, OKX, and their market makers and how they are manipulating the market, we instead hear all about we're below the 50-week moving average, the CME gap, death cross. These are nothing but lines on a chart. Look at the news. Look at the trades. That's where the real action is. That's it. That's what it is. It's not as sexy as doing all the technical analysis on the charts and drawing all the lines and the fibs and all of that. Nope, doesn't work that way. You can manipulate those fib lines to meet whatever narrative you want. Doesn't mean anything. The 0.618. What the hell is that? 0.618. Doesn't mean anything. Look at the heat map. Look where the leverage trades are. That's where the targets are. Again and again and again. Crypto prices moving back up. All the de-riskers are buying back in so they don't miss out. It's like, oh shit, I sold. Market's going back up. Now you're buying back in at a higher price. Correct, Sora. You can find Head and Shoulders anywhere, anytime. It doesn't mean diddly squat. It doesn't mean anything. Head and Shoulders, cup and handle, whatever. We've got M's, we've got W's, we got Wyckoff this and Wyckoff that. That's how crypto moves. It always moves up and down. Sometimes it moves more up than down. Sometimes it moves more down than up. That's it. This crypto cycle blames Trump tariffs. And Trump tariffs were a real thing. First in the spring, and then on and off during the summer and even into the fall, right? Blame Trump, blame the tariffs. It does put uncertainty in the market. That's for sure. The tariffs do put uncertainty in the market. But do they get everybody to sell? I guess some. The paper hands will sell because of that. Yeah. Taco Bell called, Goose. You told them you won't be in because we back. We back, baby. We back. Just wanted to add a touch of Spicoli to the stream. Aloha. Thank you, TP. Ridgemont High. That will never end. Ridgemont High will never end. It's caught some gnarly waves. Spicoli. Awesome. You heard VP say that news to him is irrelevant. I don't know. Tends to move markets. But just tends to move markets. Luna crash, that's news. Celsius bankruptcy, that's news. Voyager, news. BlockFi, news. FTX, news. How do you think 2022 ended up being a bear market? Black swan after black swan after black swan, and that was news. All caused by whom? CZ, Binance. It's obvious. But most people don't look at it that way. They think Luna just happened organically with their algorithmic Terra stablecoin. No. Actually, the Terra algorithmic stablecoin was doing quite well until CZ took a big sledgehammer to it. You can go back and you can figure it out. It was all there. I was living it. The old tweets that were going on between Dogecoin and CZ, you can't find them anymore. But I was there. I saw them. Dogecoin had this big head, right? Thought he was untouchable. And CZ was like, yeah, I'll show you, buddy. Totally took out the Terra algorithmic stablecoin. Now, 99% of crypto Twitter out there won't say that. But there's a small percentage of us that remember and know what exactly happened. And then the fallout from there. Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, and eventually FTX. And how did FTX go down? The FTT token. Who sold billions of FTT tokens? That would be CZ. Thank you very much. CZ took out FTX. So if someone says, I don't follow the news, I'm like, dude, what do you think happened? That's why I don't think we're having this huge bear market this time. Now, we started to on October 10th, right? That was our friend CZ and Binance again. We've talked about this. That whole thing was manufactured on October 10th. That was not organic trading at all. That was this. There's nothing organic about this. So, again, I'm just a guy on the internet. What do I know? But I lived it and I saw it and it's all there. How the markets react, we'll see how this turns out. But I'm right more times than I'm not. Are we booming? We're recovering, crypto dogs. We're recovering. What about the knees and the toes? Yes, Matt. Sorry. I haven't seen a knee and toe diagram in technical analysis trading. Oh. The day is good today because Kriss is live streaming. Thank you, Joanna. It's most days. MineGold goes up and down, 129, 131. When it starts moving, then you figure out what the price is you sell at. You have to wait until the big move starts. Usually it's pre-market or it's aftermarket. It's not usually during the day, but we've had a couple pumps during the day. But we need volume. We need volume for MineGold, and it doesn't have any right now. The Boston Celtics won 2 in a row. Yeah, I don't know who was calling the Celtics to have such a bad record, because they do have good players. They're not the dregs of the league like Charlotte and Brooklyn, and I guess they're playing Brooklyn tonight. Yeah, they should win. It's the news. VP says news is noise. I remember watching one of his streams when he said he was actually thinking about changing up his streams to cover news, but he never did it. Probably because he doesn't believe it. But hey, I get it. I get it. Yeah, so Aussie, with crypto, there was a lot of excitement that Trump was going to be good for the crypto market. So leading up to inauguration weekend, prices were actually going up. And then the Trump token was launched. And then Trump took office and started talking about tariffs, and the rest is history. Again, it was the news that caused the market to react. There was no technical analysis behind any of that. Again, just my thought. Gold ran up last year and then crypto followed. This year, gold ran up and crypto dipped for a bit. Abe, we'll see what happens. Again, there was a bit of a divergence there, mostly because of the fear of tariffs. And the fear of tariffs were causing de-risking, right? It was the fear of tariffs. How is that legal? Exactly, Sunshine. Well, CZ did actually go to jail. You remember that, right? He actually did go to jail. Toes. Oh my God. Thank you, William. Is there still a chance of a bull run? Or did Trump kill it completely? Nicholas, we might still be in one overall. I don't know. This cycle has proven analysis is absolutely worthless and now will be due to widespread manipulation going forward forever and always. Thank you, Brad. And I would just add in a little touch of news, a black swan event that's not manipulation, but something else that can cause the market to move one way or the other. That's it. Yeah, your Pistons are looking good, Goose. A good-looking team. Cunningham is just, he's an awesome player. Awesome player. I said DGen. Dreg. Ryan. Never said dreg. DGen. Houston Rockets look good too. HD. Hi, ACA. How are you today? I was right. Glad you were right. Yep, he did go to jail. Right, Trump token, Melania. Well, the Melania token really didn't have as much of an impact, but it was still kind of stupid. But the tariff talk, the Trump token and the tariff talk, that was the big thing. Yep, that was the big thing. Why are people freaking out about Bitcoin? Only down 29%. Last summer, it was down 33%. All right, death cross happens, it means we're in a short-term bottom before a rally. Typically, that's what happens. And again, the stablecoin dominance to me isn't really that much of a factor anymore because there's more and more stables being made all the time, right? And there's more and more stables that are never going to go into a crypto exchange and actually trade. A lot of people hold stables in order to combat their own country's inflation. Like when the Argentina peso or whatever, like was falling, stable coins backed by the US dollar was a good place to be, and never had an intention of actually buying crypto with it. Yeah. I never said that, Charlotte. A drag. Goose says it's worth a Google. Kramer said to sell everything. All right, reverse Kramer. In a funny plot twist, my mom says hi to all of you. Hi, Mrs. Warbs. How are you? The sediment left at the bottom of a liquid. That is a dreg. Yep. The dregs. You were looking in settings on CoinGlass? You just have to hit the little speaker button right next to real-time liquidations. Speaker off, speaker on. That's all I did. Hi, Mama Warbsy. Yeah, that would be a bit mean. Drag is a good word, underused. Yeah, I hear it every once in a while. Sometimes in sports, there are teams that are like the dregs of the league. I've heard that. The dregs. She walked by on her funny little walker and goes, "Who is that guy on the screen?" Awesome. Hey, Mrs. Warbs. What does the time being mean, Warbs? What does the time being mean? Is there a time frame on that? Did she have a reservation? Does the reservation run out? Oh. Can you trade a Dogecoin for credit at GameStop? That'll be interesting. They said bring anything, right? How about, didn't say whether it had to be physical, right? Could be digital. She's at your home from the hospital, eventually driving her back. I hope she's doing well. Hope she's doing well. GameStop. Yeah. The stock is bad now. $20. It's in the 20s. It has not been a good stock this year. And what happened to Hello Kitty, right? Ugh. Back in the red box, Raiden. Here we are. We made it about halfway up. And then it got a little tired. But yep. Oh, the pierogies are so good. I would like to have some of her pierogies. Oh. Yeah, that's what I remember. Yep. That's what he said. Keith, right? That was his name. Yeah, I like the stock. I think his lawyers told him to say that. Yeah. Is 25 cents doable? Sure it is. JS, will it go there? I don't know, but it's certainly doable. Is Elon going to launch X money? Again, the price will change based on the news, right? If there's news that X money is launched, the Dogecoin price will pump. There's no technical analysis that's going to tell you that. The news is going to tell you that. There's going to be more buyers than sellers, and the price will pump. Will it get to 25 cents? Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, it's doable. I know it was Roaring Kitty. I was kidding. I say hello, Kitty, because where's he been? He disappeared. What's Keith up to? So he's hello, Kitty. Yes, Grayscale in the process. ETF for Doge, November 24th. I mean, there have been launches the past few weeks in this terrible crab market, and price hasn't really done much. We had H-bar, did a nice little pump, and then it pulled back all the way. Solana did the same thing, had a little pump and pulled back. It's just the market overtook it. So if the market is still acting like this next week, it's not in the green, it's just crab going sideways, then I don't think there's going to be any big, huge Dogecoin pump. But we'll see. That's next week. We don't know. How have I never tried a pierogi? They are good. They are good. In crypto, anything is possible. Manipulation, maybe. Dogecoin price starts pumping, and the market makers may actually help it go up high, taking out more shorts before they start pushing it back down. Yeah. Brad, I haven't sold and have no plans to during this, but I am just frustrated like everyone else. I also believe we are still in an overall bull run that's being heavily manipulated. Agreed, Brad. I totally agreed. October 10th is all the proof you need. How is the Doge heat map looking? Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Get the up-to-date information based on the shorts that just got taken out. Look at that. Bitcoin took out all these shorts. Look at that. See? They couldn't wait to take out all these shorts, and they did. That's Bitcoin. Let's look at Doge. Not as much. There's a big long down here at 14.8. I don't like that. I do not like that. Because Doge had this spike here yesterday that went up to like 16.5. There's not as many new shorts. They got some early on the way up here earlier today. There were some pretty big ones. The bigger ones are up here, 16.5, 16.6. Now we're talking $3.6 million. 16.6. Let's go. Let's get them. But yeah, 14.8, that's bothersome down here. Kriss doesn't like that. BSV, again, hardwired with BSV. So, Steph, we're looking at Monday for the Grayscale Dogecoin spot ETF. I don't have an update on Bitwise or 21 shares, but it's looking like Monday the 24th for Dogecoin's Grayscale spot ETF. The fact that they shut down the government right before the ETFs is fishy. Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. That was Congress, end of September. The previous continuing resolution ended. It had nothing to do with crypto ETFs. Sorry. Doge is going to squeeze to 17 to break the 16.8 resistance. I like that. The heat map agrees with you. The heat map completely agrees with you here. Javier, I have no plans on getting a robot buddy, as Elon called it. I don't want a robot buddy. I don't need a robot buddy. I don't. William, doing a little sports betting with the Pats. Hey, playing Cincinnati on Sunday. And guess what? Jamar Chase, their leading wide receiver, spit at some guy last weekend and he's suspended. He appealed the suspension. I haven't heard whether the appeal was upheld or whether they said, nope, you're suspended today. Do you know that guy, Jamar Chase? If he actually has to sit out a game, that is like it's like over $400,000 he loses because the suspension would be without pay. Over $400,000. Now he's making millions, so it's like, but it's still $400,000. So yeah, Pats are looking good for this weekend. They're looking good. Hey, Sean, I heard the U.S. government may revalue gold and then accumulate 1 million Bitcoin. No, that's all FUD. There's no truth to that. That was just some stuff that was thrown out there as a way to reduce the debt. Those are just games. I don't think that's real. Yeah, I get it with Bitcoin, but BSV's chart is not good. Hey, Joshua, happy Tuesday. The government shutdown was totally driven by crypto ETFs, of course. How could I be so wrong, Goose? How could I have gotten that wrong? We got to go to the 1 minute chart. We got to spice some things up here. Let's go. Look at that 1 minute chart. Here we go. Doge has potential to do more than 25. Previous all-time high will be quite a stretch there, Kriss. Warbs is getting an optimist just so I can see what it can do and to rake the damn leaves. This house ended up having a lot of leaves because of all the trees around it. It was a lot of leaves. Not done yet. A new all-time high would be 73 cents. So yeah, 75 would be a new all-time high. Yes, Warbs, I agree. That 14.8 big yellow line on the Dogecoin heat map. That is not pretty. That's not pretty. That's like $3.5 million sitting right there. KrissPax doesn't like that. I'm with you, Warbs. Pat's looking good. Yeah, you got Jaden, and the first year, Jaden looked a lot better. But this year, Drake is with better coaching, because last year our coaches were so bad. You have a good coaching crew in Washington. The 1 minute, I know, Ryan, right? Let's go. Pump, 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 pump. The Magic 8 Ball said we were in a bear market. Yes, definitely. Remember that? So we don't like the Magic 8 Ball right now. And we're hoping it was just plain wrong on that one. Just wrong. Another ping. ETH. Short. Taking out ETH shorts. I'll take that. ETH goes up. We like that. If we could get above 50 cents, that would be amazing. If we could double top, yeah, 48, 50 cents. Pax Cat's fault. We'll think about the 8 ball. I'm not happy with it right now. I know. Cup and handle on the 1 minute chart. I'm sure that will play out exactly like it should, right? The old cup and handle on a 1 minute chart, right? We'll do that, right? Perfect cup and handle, 1 minute chart. We'll rake leaves for Doge. Well, come on over, Brian. I got a shit ton of leaves. You got lots of leaves too? Yeah. Leaf pickup into, yeah, those are late falling leaves, aren't they? I've got one tree that still has a lot of leaves on it, and the rest of them are pretty sparse now. Those that aren't buying now will be asking, is now a good time to buy when Doge is a... I get it all the time. I get it all the time. Hey, Christoph's back. Hey, look at that, fine sir. Look at you all dolled up there. Wearing a little tie there. Nice. Nice. 40 cents is definitely possible. Again, I can't predict the future, but 30 cents by Saturday, sure. I love it. On a 1 minute chart, we're pumping. Well, hardwired, that's why we like Dogecoin. Because Dogecoin is a better transactional cryptocurrency than Bitcoin. We like Dogecoin for that. Tom Vu has tickets for his crypto seminar. A crypto seminar. I just learn what I learned for free. I did go to the Bitcoin conference last year, but that was, or earlier this year, but that was like a special thing for me because it was at the Venetian in Las Vegas. I wasn't going to learn anything particular, but it was fun. Always love being in the purple box. Well, let's get back in there. Yeah, you'd like 30 cents by Saturday too, Gene? T, low 40s by the end of the year. If we keep pumping like this on the 1 minute chart, I'll take it. Woohoo! Let's go! We are talking about meme coins, but one and one only sell opera, and that is Dogecoin. Dogecoin, my friend. The only meme coin. All the others are just tokens. Dogecoin has its own blockchain. Did you know that? If you did, and you know it's a true proof of work cryptocurrency, and may I remind you the second largest proof of work cryptocurrency of all cryptos, then you might take it a little more seriously. But hey, I'm just me. I'm just a guy. Oh, he's just anti-meme coin. Doesn't know shit, obviously. But you laugh all you want while we make money. Whatever. Can you at Elon to tweet about Doge? Sure. Yeah, the irony that he's even here. Ping. It's live. We are so back. Look at this. Woo, pumping, pump, pump, pump. Let's go Doge. We're making money. Woo. Oh. Right equals Elon. Those with conviction will laugh last. Hey, music, how are you? Did the ones who were waiting for 17-cent Doge buy? No, they changed to lower their prices. They always keep lowering their prices. Oh, it's going to drop lower. And they never buy. Not going to make it. Dogecoin is the Bitcoin of meme coins, the OG, exactly. The only meme coin, actually. Yeah, I know, still pumping on the minute. Let's go. A green Tuesday. Finally, we deserve an all eyes on Doge concert song. Let's go.
All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Goose is dancing down the hallway. I love it. I love it. Orbs, my friend, gifting out memberships. Awesome. Forks is a member. Kevin Payne is a member. The Major General is a member. Dennis Lovelace, you're a member. Easy L also received a gift membership from Warbs. Thank you, Christoph. Appreciate the generosity. You changed your picture again. I like the tie. But the dog's cool too, though. I'll take the dog. Sal Opera, you know that I can see your chat, even though you deleted it. You retracted it, but I can see it on my side. There it is, right there. You're not going to make it, dude. You're not going to make it. I can see the chat you retracted. It's right there. KrissPax has power here on this side of the screen. Because there it is right there. We needed that, didn't we? I wish that was me, Ryan. I wish that was really me. Go ahead, Cell Opera. Write it again. We're all waiting. Oh, there it is. Ah, you are awesome. Goodbye. Oh, dear. Another one. Another one to Never Never Land. Ah, they don't learn. Let's go. Christian from Hollywood Beach, Florida. Nice to see you again. Probably warm down there right now. It's not up here in Boston. The one thing I like about our wrenches is we can see it too. Yep. Let's go Meggle. I know Meggle is, hey, it's up a little bit after market. Nice. $1.33. I'll take it. I'll take it with Meggle. Because my zone ain't doing crap. Don't forget to smash the likes, sub if you haven't already. Thank you. Thanks, Kronos. Das Boot. Kriss just trolled the troll. Hey, Russ, how are you? Another one bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Will Pepe end up one day like Dogecoin? Pepe can never be a Dogecoin gene. Because Pepe is a token. It's an ERC20 token. It's not a coin that has its own blockchain. So Pepe will do its Pepe thing when and if it does it. So will it go up again? Probably. But it doesn't have the following that Dogecoin has. It doesn't have the utility behind it like Dogecoin has. It's just a token. Fun fact about Never Never Land. Peter Pan would cull the growing up kids himself if they hadn't died by pirates. Oh, lovely. It's beautiful there. Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah, I go down to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, just about every year. This year, I went to Vegas instead because of the Bitcoin conference. But last year, I was there, Fort Lauderdale. Also last year, I did go to Universal Studios too, last fall. But that's up Orlando way. Yeah, I mean, the thing with Pepe Gene is like, it's a meme token and it'll pump when it pumps. It doesn't have any news behind it. Nothing's being built with Pepe or on Pepe because it's just a token. Where Dogecoin has stuff behind it. You're in northern Georgia, Gappy? Awesome. Are you near the coast? Savannah, maybe? Or, well, Myrtle Beach would be South Carolina, right? On the other, yeah, that's north of Georgia. I remember that. Been a while since I've been there. Will they ever change the capital gain tax? Yeah, I think there's another push by Jack Dorsey to what they call diminutive spending. He says Bitcoin, but it would probably be all crypto. Because he's a Bitcoin maxi, of course, that he's making another push now for the United States to do some kind of tax law. But the United States doesn't care about cryptocurrency. They really don't. They want their precious stable coins. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen. It'd be nice. It would give crypto some good, like, support, but and as always, one Doge equals one Doge. Thank you, Aussie, my friend. One Doge equals one Doge. What else is going on? Let's see what the latest is. That doesn't look good. Ash, another one. Raise your hand if you think 89,300 was the bottom. Why is Ash reprinting this? Again, because it probably gets a lot of views. Oh, Red Rider finally got the @Red Rider. Good for Red Rider. I wonder if he had to pay for that or something, right? For Red Rider to get the @Red Rider. I'm lucky I'm the only KrissPax, so I have the @KrissPax. Japan bond yield soared a record, slamming the door on stimulus. We don't like that. Elon. The Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill. No, it's not a Bitcoin bill. Vivek is this Bitcoin maxi. They always stick this in there, Bitcoin. No, it's a crypto market structure. It will not say anything about Bitcoin. These guys just... One of the most reliable signals for alt season that I've been waiting on has just fired. It's only happened twice. Q4 2021, Q4 2024. The most insane alt season is now guaranteed. Strap in. Most people are completely unprepared for this. Mustachio. Whatever the heck that is. Okay. Look at the 1 minute candle. Up, up, up. Next week should be an amazing week. ETF finally coming. Trade deal with China. Next version. Still waiting for the dollar Doge party. Me too. I'm waiting for it too. Last I saw M2 money supply was still going up. Still going up. M2 money supply. See what we got. 1 hour ago. Yep, still going up. That's an older chart, though. He just reprinted an older chart. Yeah, that was from back here. Yeah, it's kind of going sideways now. Oh, they've moved it forward. I see. Yeah, kind of chopping around sideways, coleslaw. That's what I see here. Kyle's buying more. You got confirmation with some green candles. There's a Trump dinner with the Saudi prince. Good night, RR. Music still holding Pengu. I have faith it'll come back up, maybe not to new all-time highs right away. I like the stock. I like the crypto. Elon's going to be there? Really? Boy, wait till Trump builds his ballroom, huh? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I don't know. Where is there? Not looking much like a bear market. Hey, Mark. I don't get a YouTube plaque until 100,000 subs. I got a ways to go. I'm stuck with a bag of sheep. Me too. I'm still up on my sheep, but not as much as I used to be up. Food stuff on the community page. Yep. More food stuff. Any Thanksgiving plans? We're going to have a duck. Yes, we're going to spring for the duck because nobody wants the white meat. We all like the dark meat, and that duck is tasty. If you haven't had duck for Thanksgiving, yeah, it costs a little more than a turkey, but you either get a huge big turkey at 59 cents a pound, or you get a nice, succulent, all dark meat, juicy duck for $3.99 a pound. It's a lot more than the 59 cents a pound, but it's good. So we're having duck this year. We looked at goose. Goose is like way too expensive. But the duck, the all dark meat duck, exactly, DC. That is, So that's what we're doing. Will I be streaming? Probably not. Probably not on Thanksgiving Day. But Black Friday, you bet. I will be doing a Black Friday stream. Basically, nothing happens on Thanksgiving Day trading-wise. It's usually flat, low volume, nothing happening. Can I check the Bollinger Band? I want to see the Bollinger Bands on the 1-minute chart. Let's do that. That'll be fun. There we go. Bollinger Bands on the 1-minute chart. I actually have to pump these up a little bit. You can't see them. And that's that one. Where's the lower one? It won't let me do the lower one. What? Upper, lower. Oh, I got to click out of it. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it. Typically, we start with the daily. So we had the big volatility following the October 10th flash crash, right? And so that was the Bollinger Band widening out because it was tightening up right before that. It's since retightened back here on 29th of October into the 2nd of November. And then it got widened out a little bit, mostly because the volume came up while the price of Dogecoin was getting manipulated down by the market makers. So that's the Bollinger Bands. We did fall below the lower line of the Bollinger Bands, both on October 10th and 11th. We were below, usually a sign of buying opportunity. And then again, on November 3rd and 4th, we were below the bottom line of the Bollinger Bands. We were still hugging the bottom yesterday, but typically the buying opportunity happens if you're trading Bollinger Bands when it actually drops below. So that's what you look for. So October 10th and again November 3rd, we dropped below. Now, if you're swing trading it and you're looking to sell, you're waiting for, let's see a good example right here. There it is. Friday, September 12th, Saturday, September 13th. Dogecoin traded outside of the upper range of the Bollinger Band. That is the time you sell if you're swing trading. Again, if you follow the Bollinger Band approach. However, the Bollinger Bands don't always work. Here's why. If we go back to Sunday, July 20th, you would have sold outside the Bollinger Band at 27 cents. Still pretty decent. But you wouldn't have bought back in because it never came below. So you would have missed out on that pump up to 30 cents. You would have missed it. But you would have bought back in on October 10th. And now you would be in at those October 10th prices. And because it didn't come outside the top, you would still be holding those prices. So, yeah, that's what's going on with Bollinger Bands. I only follow this on the daily. I don't look at shorter or longer time frames. When I'm looking at Bollinger Bands, it's only on the daily. And that is how, that's the swing trading approach using Bollinger Bands. But sometimes in swing trading, you have to wait like weeks for your next trade. Weeks. So that's how that works. But on the 1 minute chart, whoa, I like it. Nvidia has earnings tomorrow. They'll probably be good. That's what I'm guessing. 50-cent Doge party. Maybe we can get 50 Cent to come and perform. Hey, 50 Cent. We're doing a 50 Cent party. Kramer did say, someone said Kramer said to dump it. So I'm hoping it reverses. Not sure if we're back or a dead cat bounce. Do not let Pex Cat hear you say that. He does not like that term. Yep, music agreed. Good stuff. Elon needs to go ahead and announce X money. I know, I did post today, 43 days till the end of the year. Elon said X money would launch in 2025. We got 43 days left. That's not a lot of days. Not a lot of days. Buy now, sell on November 24th. So you think the ETF launch is going to be bearish for Doge? Interesting. I sold most of my SHIB, wish I sold it all. Me too. I sold most of mine, but I still have a little bit. Last Thanksgiving, did I have duck too? I'll have to go back and look at my photos. I would have taken a picture of it. I might have. I just don't remember. The all dark meat. Duck. Oh. I like the idea of doing a duck. It is good. Eat less goose. Well, to say that's the thing, goose. It's pricey. Goose is very, very expensive. Where to buy duck? I get it at my local grocery store. $3.99 a pound. You had wild goose once? It's pricey. Gamey but good. Yeah, I don't know if the kind we had here, I don't know if it was wild or not. I will have chicken on Thanksgiving Day. It's a bird. It's in the bird family. The duck idea is a good one. Ryan's going to Hooters. Oh my God. Yeah, def not. Hey, Ryan, when I come to San Antonio, are we going to Hooters? Is that where you're going to take me? Because I'm buying. Are we going to Hooters? Oh. Ryan has stock in Hooters. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing a live stream on Thanksgiving. Oh my God. Why is it pumping today? Tony, it's just another day. Crypto world. That's the thumbnail. We're back. We're so back. Oh no. That's what happens. I skim a lot of stuff, Warps. I don't read it all. If it's not worth talking about, I just skim it. Nick was the first like on today's stream. How are we doing today? 100 likes. Well, at least we made 100. I'll take it. Your sheep is my Ada. We all have some. Can I do a video on indicators, how to use them and what you personally think? We just talk about them here. Because again, indicators, they don't mean anything about the future. Again, I'm waiting for the news and I'm looking at the liquidation levels. That's it. Indicators don't do diddly squat about the future. That's my technical take on that. No indicators. X money is in beta, but Elon said soon. Now, what does that mean? Soon. With Elon, that could be years, right? Because he's on like SpaceX, like colonizing Mars time frame. So who knows what soon means? I don't know if it's a sell-off time for ETFs. I don't know when. The Senate passed it, so Trump will sign it. He said he would. Hooters were good back in the day when they hired ladies with ample assets. They don't still do that? They don't still do that? I don't know, Ryan. We might have to do some research here. I have a good video on X Money. Covered it about a week ago. Now we're waiting. No way. Aw. We'll go someplace better. They closed all the Hooters. Twin Peaks. Oh. Oh, Charlotte, you didn't go to Hooters. I heard the food's not really good there. It's all like fried stuff. I could use a fade. Mike, I could use a fade right now. Mike's hired. Yep. Oh, come on, Charlotte. You don't want to fade? Let's all do fades. Oh. Was $14.94 the bottom? It's looking that way. Now I'm on a 1 minute chart and we're just looking good. Fades, baby. Fades. Yeah, good stuff to eat in San Antonio. Exactly. Aussie's got to go walk the dog. I have to go as well. Going out to dinner tonight. So we're ending. Look at the 4-hour chart on Doge. Doesn't that look great? Are we going to get out of the red box? We need to hit 17 cents for that. We will be watching for that. I'll be live again tomorrow, Wednesday. Be here. We will have fun again, no matter what the markets are doing. See what happens with NVIDIA and their earnings. And then look forward to the Thursday jobs report. See what's going on there as well. I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.